Hey everyone, welcome back to Hacky Lessons for another One Piece deck profile, and today I am looking at the Queen Leader. Now, having a look at the list online, I just see everyone's doing pretty much very similar things, and none of it appeals to me. It's all blockers and no thematicness to it. I do like a thematic deck. That's why I play an anime card game, you know? So I built this list, and I played it the other night. I had a mirror match against... So they were doing all the blockers and stuff, and that really did not look fun to me. I'm sure it wins, that's why people do it, like it's probably an optimal way to play it, but it doesn't appeal to me as fun. So I went in a different direction. I even saw another person running a similar list. He was playing a game against a VV deck, and because he was running the pound blockers and Katakuri's and stuff, the VV player had 8 face-up life, and the game went into time and the VV player won because she had more life than the Queen player. So I'm not interested in doing that much. When I play Katakuri's, unless I really need to remove something, I don't mind returning one of my own cards back to get a bit of a heal thing. So the Queen Leader is blue-yellow, Don ×1 when attacking. If you have a total of 4 or less cards in your life area and your hand, draw 1 card. And if you have a character with a cost of 8 or more, you can instead add 1 card from the top of your deck to your life. So instead of running a big deck full of blockers, I like to do my defensive actions by just healing with that leader ability or using the Yamato SR. It is a deck that kind of you want to dump your hand in ways, so whether that's countering a lot or playing every card that's in your hand, because then you get that draw going on, or if you have the 8 cost out, you could heal. I have gone for a bit more of a thematic deck, so half of it is Animal Kingdom Pirates, and then the other half is good stuff. So, you know, it's still a strong deck. So let's look at the Animal Kingdom section, which is about half the deck. So we've got the Searcher, which is Who's Who. He searches top 5 for an Animal Kingdom Pirate, not including himself, and he doesn't specify a colour, so there is some yellow Animal Kingdom Pirates, I'll let you know. 4 copies of Jack. He's a weak little dude, but if you get him on board, and then your opponent has to choose let him live or let you draw a card. So I don't mind cards like that. It tears your opponent sometimes. And my favourite little bit of a little attacker is Ulti. So she's 3 cost with 4,000 power, but she's got that Don ×1 when attacking to return a character with a cost of 2 or less to the opponent's bottom of the deck, to the owner's bottom of their deck. So that is pretty useful in if you have that sitting there, they're like, well, there's no point in me playing a 2 cost or less because it's getting bounced back to the bottom of my deck. They need to find a way to kill Ulti and fast, otherwise they can't get any value from playing cheap blockers and so on. So Sasaki is a 2k counter, and if you do play him, he mulligans your hand. It comes up every now and then, but not always, but otherwise he's useful just as the 2k counter, and he's searchable off Who's Who. So here is some spicy yellow tech from the Yamato starter deck. It is 4 cost yellow Kaido. I really like this card, because once you're at 2 or less life, with a Don attached, he cannot be KO'd by battle. That's pretty good. Your opponent will either let him, not be able to do anything about him, or they'll have to waste their removal option, which they'd probably prefer to use on a bigger threat. So he is a fun card in my opinion. 2 copies of the vanilla Ulti, and let's be honest, it's just a pretty card. That's why. 3 copies of King. He's a 7 cost with 8,000 power, and on play draws a card. So big body, replaces himself, and he doesn't cost all of your Don, so you still got a little bit left to do whatever you need to do, leader effect, leave Don up for events, whatever. 2 copies of the big 10 cost Kaido. I found his usefulness really depends on the matchup. In the mirror match, I don't think he was too useful, but in another game I played, he was incredibly useful. That was against Film Dofi. He was incredibly useful, so that makes him incredibly useful just in the sense that a lot of people are playing Film Dofi. Last Animal Kingdom card, it is just 2 cost 4k counter. It's not really the best 2-cost 4k counter, but it is searchable off Who's Who, and that's really what's getting it in this deck. Otherwise, I might prefer a card like Love Beam. Now we go into the good stuff engine. So 4 copies of Sanji. This is my favorite yellow 2k counter because I like playing him and effectively drawing off him as I attack with him. And then for more Sanji action, 4 copies of the blocker Sanji. If you can play him off trigger, excellent. Otherwise, well, he costs 4. He does have counter power, so he's not dead in hand by any means. 2 copies of Katakuri. You know, it's a great card. If you got access to yellows, not much reason not to play him. But the main big boy is the 9-cost Yamato. 4 copies of him, and if you are down into 1 or less life, he'll heal you 1, and he will KO something with before he heals. He will KO something that will equal to the tally of your life and your opponent's life. So if your opponent still has a lot of life, that is very useful. I've even played him a fair few times where he isn't going to heal me because I have more than 2 life at the moment, but that's, you know, means more life, higher cost, you can KO something, so there's use in that. Now for some events, 2 copies of Red Rock. You could push it to more, but I feel like the deck has enough removal as it is with the Kaidos and the ultis and so on. But the my favourite event card right now is the Narikuba Arrow. It's so good, especially against cards like Gear 4 Luffy, any cards that have not double attack, but the ability to attack again, because they get minused for the turn, so it's absolute value. I can't see me not running it in any yellow deck at the moment. So that is the deck profile. I'm finding it a lot of fun. I definitely think it's funner than a deck of 50 blockers. Whether it's stronger, I mean, you'll have to see how you go with it, but that can come to play style. And as much as I do like a good defensive strategy, I don't want the entire deck to be defensive, so I'm happy with this variation of a Queen list. Bit more emphasis on attacking in it, because I really don't like going into time every round, so, you know, be a bit more aggressive. Alright, I'll see you later. If you enjoy this deck, if you play it, let me know. Give it a like. Make sure to subscribe because I'll have another deck profile or 2 coming out in the coming week or so. So, until then, I'll see you later.